Good morning, Year 5, and welcome to Thursday's English lesson. We're going to continue today writing our instructions for a dream recipe. Now, on Tuesday, we looked at a class word bank of imperative verbs, so I hope you've got your list to hand. Otherwise, you can always flip back and look at this screen in the video and have it up in front of you. So we've got a whole list of different ones. My particular favourites, I like things like sprinkle and dollop and squeeze and maybe pound and saute. What have we got over here? Reheat or sieve, puree. So choose a selection of those that you think you'd be able to use today in your recipe. Perhaps make a little note of them on a scrap piece of paper. Now, of course, we need these imperative verbs. They're very important in telling somebody or our reader what to do with each ingredient. However, without a variety of sentence openers, our writing would soon sound very dull, and the one thing we don't want this week is dull writing. So what can we use to make it more exciting? Well, we'll need to use adverbs to explain how to do each of these verbs. Things like slowly, quickly. Okay, so you need to think about which adverbs you can use. Things like carefully, okay, and gently is another good one that you might be able to make use of. And the other things that we can do is we can start sentences with ing words. So stirring carefully, yeah, or pouring quickly into the mixture, all right, or mixing. So think about where you might start some of your instructions, the paragraphs, with ing words. Now, as well as those excellent time conjunctions we used last week can also be important. So firstly, stir the white horses into the mixture. Secondly, so we need to have a variety. We wouldn't want every single one of our instruction paragraphs starting with an adverb or an ing or a time conjunction. We want a mixture of all of them, and you need to think for each paragraph which one works best. So let's have a look at some of the steps that I've written down below to try to make them top level 1. So my dream is how to create the perfect dream for a child who loves adventure. So I've said, firstly, take a handful of golden coins and gently place them into a rucksack ready for the journey. Now I've used firstly here, so I've got my time conjunction here, and then I have included an adverb further on in the sentence. My next one. Next, slowly add a sprinkling of dragons into the mixture. Be careful not to get your fingers burned. So this time I've used a different time conjunction, and I've put my adverb further up in the sentence. Next, slowly add. There's my imperative verb. And then in my final example, I've put slicing the pathway into 3 equal sections. You must make a choice as to which direction to take. So here I've used an ing opening, so that varies it a little bit. Maybe it would have been better to have started this one with an adverbial, slowly. Slowly add a sprinkling of dragons into the mixture. Be careful not to get your fingers burnt. I could have left the next out. Then I'd have had one of each. So you're writing today, you're going to have to make lots of decisions like this. Which one is the best opener for each of your paragraphs? However, they're still quite small, aren't they? One sentence. I think we can do better than this. I'm sure we can improve these further by adding more detail. So let's have a look at one. Now this was the first box on my plan, coins into the rucksack placed into a large bowl. And I've got here, okay, take a handful of golden coins and place them into a rucksack ready for the journey. How could I make this even more descriptive, add more detail, perhaps some extra clauses? Well, at the start, I could add my time conjunction, firstly. So I put firstly, take a handful of. Now I had golden coins here, but what about the world's most treasured golden coins? So I've added in far more description here and placed them carefully. So I've put my adverb in here to describe how I'm going to place them into a reliable rucksack. I've even got alliteration here, reliable rucksack, ready for the most death-defying journey ahead. So I've added more detail here. Then I've added another sentence. Once you have achieved this, gently position the rucksack into a large bowl, big enough to hold the whole rucksack. So I've added extra detail. I haven't just said that I'm going to put the coins into a rucksack. I'm going to say once I've done that, I now need to put them into a large bowl. And I've added some extra information in brackets here about the bowl, big enough to hold the whole rucksack. Now I'm much happier with this as one of my instruction paragraphs. Okay, it's got far more detail in, and I've explained what to do at each point within it. And I've used some good description so that it's really clear to the reader what they're trying to achieve. And that's what you need to do today. That's what we're looking for in your writing. Now, the thing you'll need to do is to look back carefully at your plan. I would have this in front of you at all times, and you need to start at the beginning, which you've got on your plan, okay, and decide how you're going to turn that into a wow paragraph. You're not going to do all of them today, okay. I would suggest you'll get through probably about half, okay. So that's probably 3 or 4 paragraphs that you're going to be writing today, just like the one that I modelled on the previous page. So yesterday you wrote your title, your introduction, and a list of ingredients. And now you're going to start to write your own recipe, 1 paragraph at a time. As I said, aim to finish about half of them today. And be thinking all the time, can you extend your ideas with better openers and description? And none of them should just be 1 sentence long. If they are, you need to go back through and add in more detail. Have a look back at my model if you need to. Okay, off you go. Happy writing today. I hope you enjoy putting your dreams together, and your teachers here at Harrison really look forward to reading them. Take care, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye.